Welcome.
Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Would you sleep with sick women?
I may be pregnant, but I'm still a man.
Spank the unruly ones.
It's indecent, it's vulgar, it's blasphemous.
I'm gonna ride you till you can't stand up.
Come on, let's go down.
All right, keep your shirt on.
Loveline is meant for an adult audience. Loveline may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised. Here's Loveline with Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla.
Hey, oh boy. A lot of smell going on in this studio. Not bad smell, just different smell.
Really?
Yeah. Phone number. Seats all hot. The earphones are sweaty.
Oh, I see.
Smells like supermarket aftershave on the microphone. Phone number for Loveline, 1-800-LFEE-191. Fax number 310-854-4455. Madam Carolla is Dr. Drew. Dr. Drew is board certified physician, dick specialist. Tonight, our guest is Melissa Joan Hart from Sabrina the Teenage Witch. And Clarissa Explains It All, which is where Drew first fell in love with Melissa.
Well, my kids watch you all the time.
Right.
Cool, thanks.
And it's one of these things where Drew is such a devoted father that whatever his kids are into, he gets into, too.
That's great.
Sometimes it crosses the line into a sexual way, but
Hey, now.
like in the case of Thomas the Tank Engine, I believe. There was some
That's a religious experience. What are you talking about?
And
In fact, my whole worth is invested in Thomas products.
Mike, now tell me if I mispronounce your last name, Mike.
Say it first.
Damus.
No.
Damus.
No.
Damus.
Yes.
Damus?
Yes.
All right, that'll be the last time I say it right. All right, I'm gonna put a little line over the A. Now, Mike is from Teen Angel, which will follow, or which does follow, I should say, Sabrina, the Teenage Witch, part of the action-packed ABC Friday night. And I want you to know that I do watch the shows. I saw the one. Actually, when I was in my hotel room when we were in wherever, doing the radio thing a month and a half ago. San
Francisco?
No.
Jose?
Diego?
Yeah, how many Sans have we been in? Where were we a month
We were
and a
in
half
Pittsburgh
ago?
a month ago.
Doing the radio thing.
Chicago.
San Chicago. Okay.
I don't know what the hell you're talking
Shut
about.
yours,
We were in
Mike,
San
off.
Francisco.
We're in San Jose, you jackhole.
Said San Jose.
Yeah, you said it after you. It was like 10 minutes of silence before you said it. Anyway, I was sitting in there.
We weren't doing radio. We were doing
Don't try to talk. The mic's off. We did the radio thing.
We did a concert.
For the radio station we're on, KOME, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway,
Microphone, please.
I saw the episode where the what band did you have on there? Violent Femmes.
We've had Violent Femmes.
Yes.
10,000 Maniacs. We've had a bunch.
Oh, really? Well, I
Yeah.
saw the Violent Femmes episode.
That's my favorite.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
Man, I like the cat, and I like that kind of carefree programming. Not a bunch of people being wheeled around on gurneys. Not a lot of tough talk from a mixed batch of tough New York cops, but just happy people.
How about Teen Angel? Have you seen Teen
I
Angel?
haven't seen Teen Angel.
All right.
But that hasn't been on as long, has it?
No.
No, just a few weeks.
That's right.
Right, now where is Sabrina in its second season?
Yeah, second season.
Yeah, and it's going good, right?
Yeah, we have. I'm not allowed to say anything now, but we have some big news being announced tomorrow. So I can't say anything. Doesn't that suck?
Well, how big could it be, really?
It's actually
Seriously.
for a second season sitcom. It's big news. So
Guys, you got some kind of syndication deal already?
no, but close.
You know, you're going to be set for life if you can just squeeze out another 2 or 3 seasons.
Yeah.
You're set. That's it. It's just it's no matter how drunk you get, just as long as you can make it to the mailbox
Yeah.
every morning,
Then,
you'll be
that's
fine.
it. Then
All
I can
right.
retire.
See, Ann brought this magazine in for me, the Entertainment Weekly. I guess it's the weekly. Jennifer Love Hewitt's head's blocking part of the lettering there. I'm now in love with her and decided she'll be my next stalking victim.
Why? She's
too sweet.
She was
You
on a
can't-
television program, remember?
That's right. That's where...
You didn't seem to notice her then.
I know, but I've grown. She's been on the radio show, too. Since I've been here, Ann? She's not been here while I was here, was she? She makes quite an impression, this Jennifer Love
wow.
Hewitt. No, she's quite a doll, and
Yes.
she's...
Be nice.
No, she's 18. She's like 6 months too young for me. Anyway, Melissa and Mike both made the Teen Beat section here, along with Brandy, Nev Campbell, Scott Wolf, who's 29.
Wow.
How many, what do
That
you
means
do?
you could be on that.
Do you have to take hormones or something to stay in the... When do they throw you off the teen beat
I want to
list?
see this.
You haven't seen this?
No, I haven't
oh,
seen this.
please.
I did the interview like last week.
Oh,
but
you have it framed over your bed. What are you talking
I
about?
really haven't. I wish I did.
Here you are, and
Oh, God, it shows my age.
you came in like number 6 or 7. Mike came in 35th. No, Mike is just two spaces underneath you, and talks about who your Brat Pack equivalent would be. For Melissa, would be Ali Sheedy,
Yes.
John Cryer, and Emilio Estevez.
That's mine?
Yeah, what does that mean?
Hey, I know John Cryer. He's cool.
Well, how does
That's a
that
good
work?
thing.
All right,
This
anyway,
is
for
good.
Mike, it's Ralph Macchio.
Right.
Yeah, I could see that.
He taught me how to act. Actually.
Rob Lowe and John Cryer. How come you
John
got two
Cryer?
dudes on? Melissa, how come you got 2 guys in your
Wait, we
equivalent?
both have John Cryer, though?
Yeah, you both got John
there we go, we
Cryer.
have something in common.
Yes.
But Mike's got all guys, and you got 2 guys and a girl. Shouldn't you have all girls in your Brat Pack equivalent?
Why?
I don't know, because they're comparing you to someone in the
Sorry,
Brat Pack.
boobs
Right?
doesn't mean that everyone else has.
We don't know what the announcement is tomorrow.
All right, Drew, look at that and tell me if that doesn't look screwy
God
to
knows
you.
what the hell you're pulling off this page.
Anyway, Mike, your folks are doctors, are they not?
Yes.
Both of them?
Yes. My father's a heart surgeon and my mom's an epidemiologist.
Wow.
Yeah.
Boy.
Where are
They're
they?
in good hands.
They're in New York. Yeah, I grew up on slides of sexually transmitted diseases.
Oh, yeah.
Human papillomavirus.
Epidemiology.
Yes.
That's the name of the game.
This, Mike.
Oh, that's great, yeah.
Never touch anybody.
Right.
Yeah, you're ruined. I bet you're out having sex at 12, though, because you saw this.
I'm totally.
You didn't
I sit
rebel?
in the corner in my room and I
Oh,
shake.
I'll tell you, whenever they do that, here's what's in an average dust speck, or here's what we scraped off the average toilet seat at a airport or something. I always freak out when I see that stuff, and then I realize, forget it. We're just inhaling and exhaling mites and pollens and spores.
Actually, I heard that women's public restrooms have more germs than male public restrooms.
Oh, really?
Which I think, you always look at a male's, well, whenever I, can look in,
Right.
it just seems filthy to me, and that just seemed like such a weird thing to hear.
Why is that, Drew?
It depends what the bacteria is. I mean, again, it's probably Pseudomonas, which are just things that grow on wet, moist surfaces. And
Yeah.
And you women have to sit down, which is really, a guy.
That's true.
I mean, I'll tell you, Mike, I don't know if you're old enough or not to get into this, but guys, like if you go to a concert or something, if you hit the bathroom before the concert starts, it's fairly pristine.
yeah.
But especially one of these big festival type concerts where there's 85 bands and it's over it takes place over 3 days, and it's they always do these festivals right in the dead of summer. And it's 115 degrees inside the place. But anyway, by the time the last band goes on, if you make it to the head, then it is disgusting. And guys are drunk too. And when guys get drunk, they pee on stuff.
Yeah,
they don't
just
pee
don't look.
into stuff. They pee onto stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is. What is that impulse, Drew? When guys get drunk, the first thing they do is start urinating willy-nilly off balconies. Guys get tickets all the time and busted
but
all the time. They're peeing on the side of the road.
I think it's probably some residual of that primitive impulse to mark.
Yeah, but your territory is
It's just how pathetic people's behavior become when they're intoxicated.
It's very primal.
Yeah.
right. But if you're going to pee on something you want to claim, not like old nacho container that's lying in stall number 4. All right, but anyway. All right, so we'll talk more about the shows as the night wears on, and we'll take some questions for our teen idols. Andy?
Yeah.
You're 17.
All right. First of all, I'd like to tell you guys I've been listening since I was like in the 5th grade.
Oh my gosh.
And I just love you guys. All right, and I have a problem too.
Okay.
All right, my girlfriend and I broke up like 3 days ago, and I'm really nervous. All right, we broke up 3 days ago, and then she wants to like get back together with me, and
I was going to say, to calm his nerves, pretend everyone listening is in their underwear, and then I thought about it. Most of our listeners are in their underwear, aren't they?
Or
worse.
Yeah, worse.
Underwear's around the ankles. Yeah, that's true. All right, Andy. So she broke up with you?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then like 2 days ago, my friend told me that she saw her kissing another guy.
Uh-huh.
And now she like wants to get back together with me.
So when the new relationship didn't work out, she wants back.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So what are you going to do?
I don't know. I kind of want to get back together with her, but I don't know if I should or not.
How good a friend is this who told you he saw this?
She's a pretty good friend, but
Female?
she could be lying.
Maybe she's interested too in him.
You know, these women, when they're not done, when they're not messing up the bathroom, they're out spreading rumors.
But I mean, maybe she's interested in him too, trying to sabotage things further.
Yeah, I don't trust people when they give information on other people about relationships. It always seems like people that want nothing to do with that person stay out of it because it's nothing but trouble. And I always wonder if there's a little bit of an agenda when somebody starts spreading rumors or saying, here's what they said about you, or I saw your ex-boyfriend or girlfriend doing this or
Either
that.
that or they're trying to protect their friend.
Well,
If
could
they're
be.
really, it's hard
But
to
he
say.
already knows that person knows he's broken up. Why would this girl want him to be in pain worse than he already is?
Does he know that she's attracted to him? Has she been attracted to you before?
Andy?
Yeah.
This friend, has she ever made it known that she's attracted to you?
No, I don't think she would be. She's just not.
Andy, how old are you, 17?
Yeah.
Let's go now. Come on now. You're 17, for Christ's sake. Pull it together.
If Adam and I spoke like this,
It's
it'd
like
be one
talking to
thing.
effing Bob Dylan or something from some hotel room.
Andy,
You're
here's the deal.
17, Andy. If you can't muster a little energy at 17, that's it.
How long had you gone out with your girlfriend?
6 months.
Do you want to keep going out with her?
Kind of.
Look, they're 17. Lots of kind of
right.
crazy things happens at 17. She thought you wanted to break up. She
Take her back.
Yeah, it's okay.
All
Have her
right,
back,
Andy?
all right?
All right.
All right.
Thanks.
All right. It's like smoking Quaaludes or something. Scott,
Yeah?
you're 18.
Yeah. Well, first I'd like to say, Dr. Drew, you're real awesome. You're like a role model. You're such a great guy.
What is that? You
Yeah.
hearing that, Drew?
That's his phone.
A cordless phone?
Yeah, just a sec.
Get near the base.
Just a sec? Uh-huh. All right. He'll pay. He'll pay dearly for that. We train our listeners on
Yeah,
this show.
I've heard
Hey,
that.
can you give me a gig on Teen Angel or Sabrina the Teenage Witch? Or
do.
how about Adam explains farting or something?
Adam the Warlock.
Yeah, you can. Come on.
You could shrink him, put him in a bottle, we'd all be done with him. It'd be great.
We had Johnny Mathis on today singing Christmas carols.
Gee,
for us. That was
you
cool.
guys get all these big name musical
We
acts.
do. You know, we had the Monkees.
You gotta
Nah.
be dead to be on my show. You gotta be like a history. Somebody.
He wears the same outfit in every episode. I think that's so sad.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, but
Your powers come from hell.
Ooh, hey now. Let's
that
not get into
jacket is
witchcraft.
going to be in the Smithsonian one day, right next to Fonzie's jacket.
That's right.
And not his first one either, but the second leather one he had. Simone,
Yeah,
you're 16. What's going on?
yeah. I don't know. I guess I kind of have a question. I don't know. I've always thought of myself as being kind of like a good kid, you know? But yet I've been kicked out of 2 houses, you know? And I don't know why.
Just
Whose house?
My mom's and then now my grandma's.
Oh, okay.
And what were the reasons that they gave you?
Well, I left my mom's house like 2 years ago. And it was like my grandma had been asking me.
Hold on. You left your mom's house.
Kind of.
So you
Well,
weren't kicked out of your mom's house. You ran away.
I don't know. It's kind of weird because my grandma had been asking me to leave for a long time.
What was going on at your mom's house?
She was pretty abusive.
In what way?
Physical, mentally.
All right. So she's already just out of line in terms of her parenting.
Yeah.
And it's really only those situations that causes young people to run away from home. So you were already set up to try to be someone that would try to get out of the house.
Where's
So
your dad?
Pretty much out of the picture.
So he wasn't at the house with you.
No.
All right. So mom was abusive. You were thinking about running away, and grandma gave you an escape hatch.
Kind of, yeah.
All right.
And then when I told her, I tried to talk to my mom about it, and we got this huge fight because I had like kept saying no to my grandma for a long time. And then she said just,
Is this your mom's mom?
yeah.
Okay.
And then she told me to just leave.
All right. I mean, it's just like somebody trying to be in a breakup and somebody saying I was going to break up with you anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So you moved in with grandma,
Yeah.
and then what happened?
Not much. I don't know.
Why did she kick you out? Grandma.
She said that she thought it would be best for me. Because, I don't know,
Mm,
my
to,
mom
like-
has now been wanting me to move back in.
So she was kicking you out. She was kicking you out. She was asking you to move back in with your mom.
Kind of. I had a choice to move in with my dad, who I don't know, who lives like in a totally different state. And either that or move in with my mom.
What was happening at your grandma's? Grandma felt out of control.
I don't know.
All right.
Were you
well,
staying out late?
forget it. We're not going to get anything out of her. Do you smoke cigarettes?
Me? No.
Smoke pot?
No.
You drink?
No.
Were you out late?
What?
Were you out late? Did you disobey curfews or anything like that?
No, nothing. I get straight A's. I mean, she wanted me to go to church. I went to church, you know, and I teach Sunday school. I don't know what else I can do. And yet...
Well, maybe Grandma doesn't want to get rid of you. Maybe Grandma just thinks Mom is in good shape. And you got to understand, Mom is probably putting the screws to Grandma because it's her mom. And she's on the phone with her, unbeknownst to you, saying, when am I going to have my daughter back? You understand?
And Grandma, by the way, is suspect, because Grandma, after all, produced Mom.
That's true.
Yeah, I think we agree here.
So
From the TGI.
why don't you move back in with your mom?
Yeah,
Do you think your mom's better now?
Well, I don't think she's better, but I know that whereas I used to allow her to hit me, I wouldn't anymore. So I know, like, I'm no longer in danger. Yeah.
But she hasn't gotten any counseling or anything like that.
How are you going to stop her from hitting you?
Well, I can just leave.
What about calling the police next time?
I don't know. I don't know about that.
Why not? Well, where are you going to go if you leave the next time?
I don't know. Maybe try my dad.
You know what? You need to just find a bunker somewhere, whether it's your mom, your grandma. Keep getting those straight A's and go away to school. Get student loans if you have to. Get the hell out of there, and get your independence. Are you a sophomore or junior in high school?
I'm a junior.
You're a year and a half away.
Yeah.
Right.
Just lay low. Get out of there. Although a year and a half in high school years is...
Oh, that's huge. But the deal is your mom may have had a little time to think. I'm guessing she wants you back.
Well, see, the thing is, she hates my grandma. She always has.
All right. Oh, boy.
Wow.
Well, everyone has to have kids these days, don't they?
I would agree with going to college and letting them and having
All right. So, Simone, here's what you got to do. Your mom's a little nuts. She's a little volatile. You have to just sort of steer clear of her. Don't give her any reason to get her dander up.
Thank
you know
God
what I'm saying?
you've got academic talents. Use them.
Stay in school.
Get her into
Keep your
school.
grades up. Take those SATs like I never took, and then you can even take the pre-SAT, can't you?
Yeah.
Oh
you
boy.
should, yeah.
Oh boy. Take those, and then boom, you're off to college.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Good luck.
Thanks.
Oh boy.
That's hard, man.
And it's so pathetic. It's the most pathetic human trait in the world is adults that become children in the relationship. They start, mom's arguing with her mom. Oftentimes, mom is arguing with dad. The kid gets in the middle, and then sometimes the kid becomes some sort of bargaining chip
Well,
with the kids and the divorce and
my
everything.
parents got divorced, and, parents go through that
How old were you?
midlife crisis thing. Probably about 14 or 15, and the parents become children for a while, and you kind of take care of things. And
So your dad moved out of the house?
no, my mother took her five kids to Manhattan.
Her 5 kids, meaning your
There are
half?
5, no, all 5 of us. There were 5
okay.
kids with my mother and my father. My mother moved out, took 5 of us with her, and they both kind of, I think my mom and my dad both kind of went through that, me stage. Now it's time for me, and they went out, and my mom was a major club queen for a while. That was kind of cool, but I was helping out with the family and stuff when I was 15.
How old were they when they got married?
Oh, 18.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they
so
were
they got
together
married
close to
young.
20 years. So
But you had siblings.
I have lots of siblings. Now now my dad's having a baby. My mom had 2 more. Tomorrow's my sister's 1-year birthday. And
But did you visit your dad when you moved out with your mom? I mean, did you see him a lot?
Yeah, we saw him. We tried to see him on weekends, certain holidays, that kind of thing. It's tough, but I hated it at first, but I started to like it. I started to like them being apart and realized that it was the best thing, that they were both happier people apart, and that they were better parents for us, and they were just
But then here
more
you were,
pleasant to be around.
you're already saying, though, that you stepped in and played the role of parent.
For a while, yeah.
How long?
Probably about a year.
And then they resumed parenting?
Yeah. Then my mom found a great husband and had a baby, and now we're a family again. It's like it's great.
I usually, my parents broke up. I got a weird family. My parents separated when I was about 7 or 8, but they didn't officially get divorced until I was like 17. And I just went back and forth, dad and mom, like 3 or 4 days a week each one. But I find that most people I know that I talk to usually fall into one of 2 categories. Either the folks were divorced, or they wish their folks got divorced because they were going at it. Like Drew's parents.
But had you
Right, Drew?
been younger than 14, Did you have siblings that were younger than that?
Yes, they were all younger.
And I bet they were
all younger.
affected more profoundly by it. No?
Yeah, they still, they miss my dad when we're away, or they miss my mom when we're with my dad.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I think it was tough on me for the first few weeks. I was like, blaming my mom for leaving and this and that. But then I realized, first of all, I loved Manhattan. I loved being in the city, and we lived on Long Island. And I loved being in the city, and I thought I always hated it. But it was great to have that transportation right there, jump on the subway, go wherever you wanted. And it felt safe, and then it felt right when I kind of learned more about their history, and I figured out, that they weren't really happy together. They needed to be apart, and they were together from a young age, so they kind of never were apart.
Altogether too mature and rational approach for a 14-year-old.
Drew's going to make you cry before the night's over,
it took a
believe
while.
me.
No, it took a while.
He'll cut right through that veneer. Don't worry. We'll have to carry you out of here on a stretcher. All right, that is Melissa Joan Hart and Mike Damus. Both, Melissa's from Sabrina the Teenage Witch, and Mike is from the Teen Angel. He would be the Teen Angel. And, oh, wait a minute, I'm not going to do this, Mike. You're going to do this. We will be back after this.
Hi, get your hand off my ass. Hi, this is That Dog, and you're listening to Loveline.
With
Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Get your hand off my ass.
That wasn't me. Drew, was that you?
No.
I do kind of remember that, though. There was some groping going on
Who
with
was
that dog.
that?
That dog? Oh, don't put the puss on, Drew. You never hurt anybody. All right, it is Loveline, 1-800-LOVE-191, fax number 310-854-4455. Melissa Joan Hart from Sabrina the Teenage Witch is on here tonight. Mike Damus is also here from Teen Angel. They're run at 8 and 8:30 on ABC Friday nights, and that is my that is my wheelhouse of viewing. I love to sit home on a Friday night and just stew in my own juices in front of the TV set.
Okay, don't say anymore.
I really do.
I understand that.
And then I watch 2020 later on.
You actually watch, you're stewing your juices watching television.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I thought whenever that screen was lit, it was illuminated with other...
That's the stewing. That's the marination process. The actual basting begins later on, but usually about 12, 1 o'clock. Until then, I'm a perfect gentleman. At that point, I'm usually eating or carbing up, preparing for the night's activities.
Fluid loading.
Yeah, reload. Lots of electrolytes. Just got the Gatorade IV going. I want to be at my best. All right, so Melissa and Mike both are, there's this whole renaissance of the whole teen beat thing going on. A lot of young, hot actors coming around, and
there are a lot of movies coming out.
Right, movies like Scream, and I Know What You Did last weekend or something. I Know What You Did. I Know What You Did last summer.
Yeah.
Right, and what other movies?
There's one being made right now called The Party, which is about a bunch of kids on their graduation day at a party and just what happens, and it's very funny. It's a comedy.
That's sort of Brat Pack, John Hughes stuff, but it's having a renaissance.
Yep.
And I like that. I like to see young, unblemished, good-looking people flirting.
Unblemished.
I thought you liked them to, was it prance or?
I like them mincing. You're right, right. No, you're right. Aaron Spellings has that market cornered. Aaron is a genius. Let's get a bunch of good-looking people together and we'll have them frolic on the beach. Frolic. Yeah, I like to watch them frolic and mince as well. I don't even have the sound up. It's just a bunch of people enjoying themselves. Good-looking, unblemished young people. All right, so what the hell are we talking about, Drew? What do you want, Drew? You want coffee?
Yes.
Could I have some too if you're going? All right, so we'll get back to the phone. So we leave off anywhere, Drew? No.
No.
Okay. Scott?
Yeah, sorry about the cordless phone. I was just...
Oh, that was you. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You guys are awesome, and I just wanted to say to Melissa, I loved you as Sabrina.
Thank you.
But yeah, it was great. But I have a question about...
There's a Sabrina doll, by the way.
Yes,
I know you know that, but...
I just signed one outside, actually.
Yeah, out in the parking lot.
Yes.
Yeah. The pants were down, but I felt a little weird looking at it.
I know,
Because it was supposed to be you, and I got to, have respect. I feel right about that. Are you getting any of that money? Do you get any of that doll money?
Not yet.
You got to get a little, though.
Yeah, maybe someday.
I mean,
They sell
theoretically.
enough. Hopefully it'll be like the Elmo doll last year at Christmas. That's what I'm hoping.
Imagine the real Elmo must be so rich by now, Drew. Could you imagine?
They're
how much
making an
this
Elmo
guy-
movie.
I don't care
I
how
wanna be in it.
ugly this guy is. You know he's getting some trim with that kind of money.
Tickle me again.
Hey, Drew, I know we're ignoring Scott completely, but it just reminded me of something in Melissa's bio. She was the 95, 96 spokesperson for the CDC.
Yeah, I saw that. For hepatitis B.
B.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
And it's amazing to me how few people take advantage of that. We don't talk about that enough, in fact. I mean, hepatitis B is a very common disease. It is a sexually transmitted disease.
But it's also
It is worldwide.
it's like 100 times more contagious than HIV.
Many hundreds of times.
Yeah,
Probably
it's-
tens of thousands
Well,
of times.
hold on, Drew. Who's the spokesman here?
Yeah.
Please.
No, I haven't done
Let
it in a
her
while
speak.
though. I'm not really up on my facts these days.
I didn't
but
see
did
any
do
of
it.
those.
I did some commercials. I went and visited schools.
I had my kids immunized the first 3 months of life. I mean, right
Really?
away. Oh yeah, I took it.
No one really knows how serious it is. I don't think. I mean, it's
Well,
not
the
very-
hepatitis C story is finally coming out,
Yeah.
and that's a serious and a common sexually transmitted disease. Now, hepatitis B worldwide is, I think, the leading cause of cirrhosis, if I remember right. And there's no reason for it because it's completely
Liver.
preventable with immunization.
Drew, can you
All I
bring
know
in?
is it affected the liver. That's all.
It does affect the liver.
Say yes to whatever the doctor says.
Yes. Yes.
Did you do commercials?
Yes,
for
I did
it?
commercials. I did not infomercials. Sorry, public service announcements.
And did you have a hepatitis, like a male counterpart? Like
No, it was just me. And I went around to a couple schools and told kids, it was actually really nerve-wracking for me because I don't give speeches, and I had to kind of memorize these speeches and go and give them at schools and try to get the kids to like me and give them information and this and that. And I learned that just sharing a toothbrush, which some kids do at summer parties, if you forget yours or something,
Right.
you can get it from that. You can get it tattoos, body piercings.
Right. Can't get HIV that way. Probably can't get hepatitis C that way, but can get hepatitis B that
any
way.
kind of fluids, right? I mean,
Yeah. I heard
it lives
I heard
outside
a,
the body for a week.
I need
Quite
a
a while.
disease to be associated with.
I heard a Caltech professor saying that if you took a syringe of blood and put it in a quart of milk and diluted it, and that blood had HIV in it, and then re-injected that blood into somebody, they would almost never get HIV. That's how dilute the virus is. If you dilute it a couple more times, it's very hard to contract it from that fluid. While if you took a drop of blood with somebody with hepatitis B and put it in a swimming pool, and then drew some of that blood out and injected it, you'd get hepatitis B every time.
Wow.
Bizarre experiments are going on.
Well,
over
it's just
there.
an interesting way of looking
I
at the
see.
numbers.
All right.
Yeah.
Just relax.
I understand. Scott,
Yeah?
you're 18.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm a freshman in college, and so I have a roommate. And I have a lot of problems with my roommate. We get along as friends and stuff, but he's got a lot of problems with, sort of invading my boundaries, I guess. He and his friends drink here a lot on the weekends, and sometimes he drinks a lot, on weekdays, like Wednesdays and Mondays and stuff, and they puke a lot, especially when I leave. They seem to puke even more than
Gross.
on the floor and in the garbage can out the window. He urinates in the sink. And that's a tangent question.
Who doesn't?
There's
We were
nothing
arguing
wrong with
about
that.
Is there a toilet handy?
Thank you. You defended that.
On tangent, we were
I mean,
arguing
is it
about
like you just have a sink in the room and no commode?
Well,
or
we have a sink and a mirror, just so we can brush our teeth.
so they don't have a toilet?
No, they have a toilet.
You have a toilet?
No, that's down the hall with our showers.
See?
Oh, really? Oh,
You didn't went to
please.
college, Adam. Give me a break.
Because I would, no, I didn't. I would pee in a sink if there were 3 toilets in the
Yeah,
bathroom.
but what we were arguing about is that sanitary?
It's never been heard by it.
Is that sanitary to urinate in the sink? That's kind of disgusting.
It's
That's
disgusting.
fine.
I would agree.
You think it's fine?
I think it's disgusting.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I do draw the line at number 2.
Anyway,
Unless you have the disposal running, in which
yeah, my
case.
roommate's listening.
go out
He's
the
not going to
window.
continue to do that. Thanks. But the fourth thing.
You know what? It's really tough. This is your first year of college, and you're thrown together with people you don't know or wouldn't choose to live with necessarily.
Yeah.
I remember. Here's a personal story. I remember when I was in college, my people around me did tons of drugs. I mean, tons of drugs. It was uncomfortable for me. I didn't like it. When people are doing that kind of stuff around you, you don't want to be. And of course, they always want to drag you into that stuff.
Yeah.
It's very uncomfortable.
That's your story?
No, that's the truth.
Well, thanks for opening up. Deal. Some guy did drugs in your dorm.
No, but it's hard to just.
Hard to say no?
It's just hard to be around all that and still participate and be friendly. And
Yeah, I didn't go to college, but I lived in a 1-bedroom in North Hollywood with 3 guys, and these guys were the biggest partiers in North Hollywood, and there was a lot of vomiting, a lot of bong toppling. A lot of, for some reason,
A lot of what?
a lot of bongs falling
spilling.
over. A lot of bong
Oh.
spillage. I don't know. I'd like to give a quick message to the people that manufacture bongs. Stop making them 8 stories high and 3/4 of an inch wide. Because you open the door, wind kicks up, and the bong goes flying across the room. We had this bong that looked like it was like a yard. It was like a yard high, and it was about as thick as a broomstick, and it had like a quarter stuck on the bottom holding it up. You'd have to balance it like one of those Chinese
homemade,
acrobats and walk away from it slowly. Inevitably, the thing would go flying off the coffee table, and we absolutely destroyed the place. But there were like fights breaking out in the lawn, and they used to call me Grandpa because I'd come out in my bathrobe about 2 a.m. on a Tuesday night and start yelling at everyone and throwing people out of the apartment. So, Scott,
Yeah, and
it's a rite of passage.
one last thing I'd like to I'd ask you about is he's kind of like an oversexed guy. He talks about how he doesn't have a girlfriend, he's like missing one, and he acts like when he gets drunk, especially like hugs guys and he kisses us on the forehead, and he'll jump on you and just sort of like
Sounds kind of fishy.
not sort of hump you, I guess.
It's like a Labrador. Is this a guy or is this a lab?
Like chairs and beanbags just to be funny. I don't know if it's just to be funny, but
Look, he's just one of these
he breaks a
guys.
lot of people's boundaries and he doesn't stop even when you ask him.
Where'd you go to school?
And I don't know. That's all
Sounds like junior college. I mean, where are you going to school, Scott?
Seattle University.
Oh no, forget.
I didn't know they had that. I never heard of that school.
Oh, it's a pretty small Jesuit school. About 4,000 kids here.
Well, keep an eye on his substance use. This may be the beginning of some trouble.
Man, I mean, put in for a transfer. The guy's
Yeah.
peeing in the sink. He's dry humping you. He's soul kissing your forehead.
Yeah, if you're uncomfortable, try to.
I mean, there's nothing you can say to people that do this. Or,
Stop.
It sounds like it's a lot of it is, if not all of it, is around the use of substances. And if he is really into that, he is not going to stop that. And he can't contain his use when he's using it. Sounds
So
like.
there's some place to reference people like this, or what?
Can you kick his ass?
Well, yeah, we wrestle a lot.
All right, you got to kick his ass. And let me give you the code word. Here's what I used to say to my friends when they were all effed up and they were trying to pull my pants down and wrestle me down on the floor and all this. You give them this line, but you got to deliver it just like this. But you have to put a whooping on them first, one time, and then you save this line. Don't use it. Don't use it too liberally. Are you ready, Scott?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Don't make me freak on you, man.
Okay, I'll use that.
The password is "Don't make me freak on you, man."
Whenever I delivered the "Don't make me freak on you, man," they sort of backed off a little bit. Yeah, it worked. But you got to freak on him one time.
Well, maybe getting him sober and
But he's not.
straight
Gonna, yeah, he wouldn't go. I'm sure somebody like this would not be open to the idea that he's got a problem.
Move out.
Yeah, you're gonna.
Or just tell him what you don't like. I mean, just.
This is.
You don't think that'll work?
Adam's right. It's going to take like physical restraint.
Guys like this don't know any boundaries, especially when they're loaded.
And they get such reinforcement for it, and they have a culture around them that says that's a good thing to do.
See, I guess this is like a guy college thing. I'll just step back for this one.
Yeah, he's got to just put in for a transfer and some sort of like. I don't know, wuss dorm or something where people are quiet, or is there like an Asian dorm or something where people keep to themselves and study, and put in for that. Okay, we'll take a break. Drew, you want to sell the hell out of the next call, please?
Here is Whitney. She had a wart removed and has had... No, listen, but... What?
I just love it when you sell the next call, Drew.
And she hasn't enjoyed sex with her boyfriend since.
All right, well, that's better.
Hello, this is Rod Stewart, and you're listening to Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. Just keep listening. You're going to hear everything you want to hear and all the answers too.
Yes, you is. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number 310-854-4555. Adam Carolla, Dr. Drew. Melissa Joan Hart and Mike Damus are both here. Mike is from Teen Angel. He is the Teen Angel. And Melissa is Sabrina, the teenage witch.
I want to finish this conversation we're having. I've never seen them not switch to something. They may switch to compulsive exercising for a while, and then another substance will kick in.
Really?
That's actually the best kind of
But
situation.
you can't just stop having like a marijuana addiction.
Yeah, you can, just like with every addiction.
True, 14 years of radio.
We were talking about addiction. Talking about what?
Yeah.
What? Marijuana addiction,
Yeah,
right?
and
Okay.
yes, you can stop any addiction. You can stop for periods of time until it gets conditioned. The reward systems get conditioned so intensely that you no longer can. and then it's truly an addictive disease, and it's outside of
Yeah.
any willful control.
But without like
there will be progression. There will
Yeah,
always be progression there, and there may be cross addictions and things. They may switch over to other things, but there will always be
Drew.
progression. Yes.
How come? I was just thinking about this.
Yeah.
Whenever you get effed up on anything,
Yeah.
booze, coke,
When one does, yes.
pot, whatever it is, NyQuil,
Yeah.
you immediately want to do something that either harms yourself or harms someone else. I mean, not necessarily in a vindictive way, but you want to eat a bunch of crap, you want to have unprotected sex, you want to drive real fast. Almost everything that you want to do. Drew's been kicking that Mike's ass for the 2 years I've been here. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
I know
well,
it
you
sounds
get-
like a stupid question, but I realize if I get
primitive-
stoned, everything I do is bad for me.
Primitive impulses, things that you were taught to contain, come to the surface, and you can't contain them anymore.
it's like a human
Aggression.
instinct to be
But, you know, you
self-destructive.
get drunk, you get in a fight, you
Aggression,
yell
but
at your girlfriend,
The
you
food thing
drive
is a
too
different
fast.
deal. Yeah, driving too fast is a.
But when you get drunk, it sounds like a really cool idea to go out to Tommy's for a triple chili,
Denny's for the
wrapped in
blintzes.
bacon at 4 in the morning. You know, I mean, it's just every impulse you have. You don't have like a tofu impulse when you're drunk.
it's
Hey,
true.
let's go out to some, let's eat some sprouts. Come on. Yeah, all right. You get your ass kicked. You bring that up in front of
you're
drunk
really
people.
talking about marijuana. That's the one that lowers
No,
your
no,
blood sugar.
booze. There's been many a late night Tommy's run or burger run.
What's Tommy?
Around out.
Tommy's is
Tommy Burger?
There's only
Is that
750
a
of them.
West Coast thing?
Yeah, I guess it is.
See, I've only been out here a year. I guess I must have missed Tommy's.
Oh, yeah.
However, In-N-Out is something I'm just loving.
Yeah, that is good.
In-N-Out is never In-N-Out. Just like you say. I've never spent
That's
less
true.
than 25 minutes.
That'll change the name to There and Wait, because it's true.
Stay in, and eventually
You get
it'll come out.
get your choice at those. I thought he was talking about waiting in line, but he's talking about the long way around.
No.
Whitney.
Hi.
Hey, you're 19.
Yeah, 19. First of all, I had to tell you, Adam, that I do have tofu impulses after smoking pot.
Really?
I'm a vegan, so.
All right, so I'm going to take
can't
this
enjoy the
tofu.
Now, I love this.
I'm
Though.
going to put Peter Pan peanut butter on it and Bosco syrup, and then
What is it
sprinkle
though
some
with
Jimmy's and some
marijuana
Full
addicts?
House morsels.
One of the most significantly deleterious drugs that people can get into. Really, marijuana has all kinds of medical stuff associated with it. Have to be health food nuts and have to be concerned about their health. So concerned about it, and yet this one area they reserve for self-destruction.
I think it's because
I wouldn't say I'm a health food nut.
most people, I think of marijuana as an all-natural herbal.
Yeah,
you know.
that's so bizarre. That's such
yeah, it's
bizarre
like it's
thinking.
healthy. It's okay because it comes from the earth. You know.
Right. And vegans like to get stoned too. You got to be stoned when you're vegan. It's all you got.
There are hallucinogenic plants.
You're wearing canvas shoes and eating tofu. Come
I
on.
was talking to a pharmacologist who was telling me there are hallucinogenic plants that grow in the floors of the rainforests in South America that you can get one hit on, and you'll have these incredible, wild hallucinogenic experiences and die.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, see,
That's
the and
natural.
die part, that's the
natural.
deal breaker for me.
Wow.
Whitney,
Yeah.
so you're vegan,
Yeah, I am vegan.
and that means no animal products, right?
Yeah, whatsoever.
No leather,
No leather. No.
no dairy.
No dairy, definitely not.
Oh, no.
Now, what about all that stuff that has sort of animal byproduct stuff like gelatin?
No, I can't eat that.
So, what do you eat?
Just basically a lot of soy products and a lot of vegetables and
What if the soy and the vegetables was fertilized with cow manure? Wouldn't that disqualify?
That's a good point.
Yeah, I look
kind
into
of,
that.
I'm kind of the philosophy that I've got to do what I can, so.
Did you start this, or did your parents like?
No, this is, I've been vegetarian for 2 years and vegan for 5 months now. So, it's just my own thing.
Okay.
It's kind of an animal.
Are you gassy?
What's your question?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
What's your question?
My question is, about 9 months ago, I had an abnormal pap smear which showed up with HPV.
Mm-hmm.
And they did some biopsies and stuff, and I had some precancerous cells in my cervix.
Mm-hmm.
So I had it removed with laser surgery. And everything seemed to be okay, except for that ever since that surgery 9 months ago, I haven't been able to, enjoy any kind of intimacy with my boyfriend.
Is it painful?
It's not painful. It's just a general disinterest in sex and anything to do with it.
Do you blame him for the problem?
Well, she's sworn off meat, Drew. Come on.
Well,
There's a little vegan humor there, ladies and gentlemen. Mike, where are you with the drum kit, please? Oh, come on. That was funny enough. When they're not funny is when you got to do the drum sound, please. Thank you.
No, I don't blame him. I did contract it from him, but
Okay.
I don't blame him. So.
What do you mean don't blame him?
Well, I did get it from him, but it's not really. I don't think the inability to enjoy intimacy.
Did he know he had it?
Did he know he had it? No, actually, I made him get a general STD test.
Yeah.
Before we slept together.
Right.
And everything came up okay, but from what my doctor told me, it's pretty much
that's
impossible to test for HPV.
There is one thing they can do. They can pour acetic acid over the man's genitalia and look at it under sort of a black light, and the pre-wart lesions light.
And I'll tell you the reason why most guys don't.
Wart,
hold on, quiet down. The reason most guys don't go for that is it's like for an extra $85.50 we can dump acid on your nuts. No, just hold off on that, Doc. Please. Now, what's it do? Do you have to shut the lights off when you do that?
What?
Do you have to hold a light up to it?
Yeah, special black UV lights.
See.
I wanna know
Now,
the
see,
whole
if you
thing
were
about-
stoned, that's something you could really get off on.
When guys go to the doctor for a physical, don't they have to do a coughing test?
Yeah.
What is that about?
That's just checking for hernia.
See, I'm in an all guy room here.
That is what you do is you
do it on Mike.
You're putting an index finger into the inguinal canal to see if there's any bowel coming down the canal, which is what a hernia is.
Oh, okay.
And if you cough, it forces it down. You can feel the bowel come down all of a sudden into your finger.
And they tell you to turn your head and cough.
So do guys just do this in the shower once in a while just for kicks?
No, I can't figure out. I used to play football, and I'd always get one of those each year, but I never knew where the guy was and what he was doing. And
Why does he want you to turn your head?
so you don't cough on his head.
Yes, that's basically it.
I figured out a lot of this stuff really has, it's not grounded in any kind of
important medical
anything. It's just they don't want to get their head coughed on. Because when a guy's got his index finger, nestled between your penis and your scrotum, you tend to look. You want to know what's going on.
You know what the worst thing is?
And then you would cough while you're looking at the back of his head.
It's when you know it's coming, like he locks the door. It's all in anticipation.
I like the part where they tell you to get down to your underwear and then they come back 4 days later. Get down to your underwear. We'll have a bunch of strangers parading through the room, and you can sit there like an ass in your underwear until they come back.
Look what we do to women.
Well,
we put them up in midair and then say, I'll be back in a second.
With your feet up on stirrups, and then it's always, can you move on down?
I know, but women are designed for that.
Hey, now.
Men are more modest.
There.
All right, what were we talking about?
Men are more modest.
I could never do that. I would be the world's worst woman.
Yeah, but listen to the
Except
things
for
you
I would
say.
put out, I'll tell you that.
Let's finish with Whitney, please.
Mike, you'd be getting something tonight, I'll tell you that. That's right.
Mike's cute.
Whitney.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I know, he's got some great eyelashes.
Are you suspicious that he knew about this?
No, I don't believe it.
Are you worried about it?
I'm not worried about any kind of recurrence or anything.
Now, you understand there is a reasonable risk of recurrence, right?
Yeah, I have to go in every 3 months for papping.
Right. But, as long as you stay on top of it, it's no big deal at all.
Yeah, and I've modified my, when I do have sex, I've modified my behavior, but, as far as I wasn't using condoms.
So now he's using condoms.
Because I felt like if he had an STD test and I was all clear, go ahead.
Is he vegan or vegetarian too?
Vegetarian.
That's what he tells you.
Is there concern? Are they concerned that the wart's going to get re-exposed, the virus? I mean, why would you wear a condom now? You've already been exposed.
Well, just because I've kind of become wary of this virus. I'd never heard anything about HPV.
Yeah, but you have it. You're the one that has it now.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying maybe there's other stuff out there now. I'm not willing to take any chances now and find out 6 months down the road I have something else.
Okay, that's a reasonable thing to do. And certainly with anybody in the future, you'll be careful. And you will be protecting them from HPV because you now will be infectious with that forever.
John.
Yeah.
You're 20.
Yes, I am.
You're on with Melissa Joan Hart and Mike Damus.
Thank you. I just want to say that I've had a crush on Melissa Joan Hart since I first saw her on Nickelodeon. And a few years back, my brother and I went down to Nickelodeon Studios and snuck into the studio itself to try to find the set to Clarissa Explains It All.
When was this?
It was about 4 or 5 years ago.
So we were there, or no?
No, we ended up finding some tour thing or something.
Uh-huh.
and we ended up in some little game room or something.
Oh.
Quite disappointed, but after that we found all your little goodies in the gift shop there.
Oh, okay.
Like what?
Oh, there's postcards, pens, whatnot.
Yeah, they have
Boy,
stuff.
you got dolls.
I've got a lot of
postcards,
stuff.
pens.
Stuff I don't even know about. There's posters. There's books. There's strange stuff out there.
John?
Yes, sir.
Do you still have a crush on Melissa?
Not as much as before, but that's
Why?
Why?
What happened?
I have a great girlfriend now.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Gotta be careful.
Nothing against you. I mean, she reminds me every time that Sabrina's on, but.
Does she get mad at you?
I think she might be a little mad now, but I don't think she gets all that mad. I mean, she has a big old crush on David Duchovny, so.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
So it's still equals each other out there.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm flattered.
It's always a dangerous conversation to have with the partner, which is the hypothetical, would you have sex with this person, or would you let me could I have sex with Cindy Crawford, honey, and you could have sex with Dave Duchovny? It'd be cool with me if you just did it once. If I could have sex with Cindy, it always leads to trouble.
Yeah,
Those
you find,
hypothetical...
I just did that recently. My boyfriend's got a crush on someone on TV, and I ripped out some pictures from the Entertainment Weekly and hung them above his bed. You know, just
Right.
teasing him a little.
Yeah, people, I always thought you could have crushes on celebrities because it was like almost having it was like having a crush on someone you're never going to meet. You know, that was safe. But people still get pissed off about it.
Yeah, well, last night on, I think it was on Leno, Vanessa Williams was on, and my boyfriend wanted to watch it. I got a little curious about that.
Sure.
Oh, you want to see Vanessa? Uh-huh.
Right.
Yeah, one of those.
Yeah, but he's into you, right? Yeah.
Better be.
Yeah, I would be. I certainly would. It's
been 2.5
I'd
years.
treat you like a queen.
Aw.
Mike, you got a girlfriend?
No.
You're a little young.
Aw.
I'm dead, man.
How old are you?
I'm 18. I turned 18.
All right, well, it's time.
he's
You're
legal.
dating and stuff, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, you start up at UCLA this year, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I take courses on the weekend because I work all week.
All right, you're set, though. You're like Mr. Teen Angel.
Don't
Come on.
stop.
All right, we're going to go to break. Who's leaving? You're not leaving. You stay one more break. Where are you going?
All right, one more break.
The publicists hate me.
Quick.
Yeah, it flew by. Blink of an eye. And I'll tell you what you do. Stay till the next break, and then you can move your nose or something and set the clock back, and it'll be like you left at 11. Hey, it's the Loveline. I'm in. And we will be back in 10 seconds. Melissa Joan Hart and Mike Damus are both here. Mike is from Teen Angel. Melissa is from Sabrina Explains It All. Sabrina the Teenage Witch. You went along with that, didn't you? On ABC. That would be Friday nights. Starts at 8. And then Mike's show, Teen Angel, starts at 8:30, and it's nice, wholesome entertainment for the family.
Yeah, it's exactly. It's family. Everyone's like, it's kids. It's not. It's family.
Yeah, Friday night is kid night. Is that when families watch TV on Friday night?
Yeah.
Because
the kids
Suzanne
don't go out.
Summers
Parents
shows
have
on,
kids.
and who's your big competition?
Well, now it's Urkel. It's Family Matters. They moved over to CBS, I believe, and yeah, we're on at the same time, but we've been kicking their butts since their premiere, so.
Yeah.
They threw Urkel his 75-year birthday party last week at CBS. They're on like 11 years. Right?
Man.
Yeah. Urkel did the first season from his mom's belly. He wasn't actually born. They had Urkel's pregnant mom do the show. And they somehow still mic'd him up, which I'm still looking into. All right, phone number 1-800-LOVE-191, and it's back to the phones we go. Tracy.
Hi.
Hey, you're 17.
I have a question for Melissa.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're really great. I used to watch you when you were on Clarissa Explains It All.
Uh-huh.
And I watch it every Friday. On Sabrina, it's one of my favorite shows.
Thank you.
And now Teen Angel is too. I love that.
All right.
And I have a question for you. How did you get into acting, and do you have any advice for someone that's wanting to get into acting?
Well, I got into acting when I was 4 years old. I started, my mom had a friend whose daughter was an actress, and they got a manager, which is actually probably the best way to try to get started. I would say take lessons, go to acting school or take drama or something in school, or, I I never did take any kind of drama or acting lessons, but I did take a lot of like dance lessons, which I think helped me out, and not so much with my acting, but with my balance and this and that, you know. And I think acting-wise, you need to have a lot of patience, and I think.
Would you say finish school?
Oh yeah.
Really focus on school.
Definitely finish school. But
wait a minute. Why do you need to finish school if you're going to be an actor?
No.
You drop right out of school.
Whatever you're going to go into.
Let me tell you.
A liberal, broad education is extremely important.
Learn more about broads and liberals in 2 years of doing this show, Drew, than I ever did in school. Please.
I've been here tutoring
No,
you privately.
I went through all that. I got tutored through high school. I mean, I had an awful junior high experience. I did not like going to school, but then once I got Clarissa, I had to be tutored, and I had to switch around schools and my grades. And I was a really good student, and I got really great grades, and I started taking things in 10th grade, like Russian 1, Spanish 1 and 2, French 4. And I had like all these things. What?
You go to school also, or was it from
No,
a
this
tutor?
is like this is from my school, and then all of a sudden, because I got because I was forced to be tutored because I could not go to school and work at the same time. My grades went way down. I had to repeat classes because they didn't think global studies was the same thing as world history, and you know, so all of a sudden my grades went way down because I did start acting. You know, and I don't regret it, but I wouldn't say, you know, go be tutored and be an actor.
Tracy?
Yeah.
Do you want to be an actress?
Yeah. When I was in 5th grade, I did a play, and I kind of, you know, got into acting because one of my friends, when he was in high school, he did a lot of plays.
All right.
That's fun. See, I would stay with the school plays, and maybe if you want, take some acting classes on the side or some drama or something. But
yeah, just do it. Please, that's enough. I miss a legitimate stage, Drew. I really do.
you know, I listened to you guys the other night when you just kept turning people.
Yeah,
you just
that's
kept
true.
things
It's not you
going.
guys. Not you guys.
Oh, it's you.
It's Adam.
Oh.
Well, here's the deal. If you want to do anything, you go out and do it. I mean, there's no real fast track
but
to it.
it is hard to get. Acting is. I mean, my boyfriend has been here for a year with me, and he's been trying to, you know, get into acting, and he's done stuff on Sabrina. He's done stuff outside of Sabrina, but it's really difficult to get an agent, to get someone to kind of recognize you and say you're different than everyone else.
No,
you know?
it's horrible. You do these mass mailings with the headshot and the resume. You send out hundreds of them.
It took me 17 years to get to this point, and you know, I've only. I mean, Clarissa's been on for 7-8 years, something like that, and we haven't shot it in 4 or 5 years.
She wasn't making a living with Clarissa. She worked for the same network that we work for.
Until
you work for MTV?
I was working for MTV.
So it actually
Nickelodeon's part of MTV.
cost you money then to do
Exactly.
Clarissa Explains It All.
It was
Wow.
coming out of my pocket. No,
Jeez,
but
yeah. We got to start saving. We got a new season coming up, Drew. All
acting didn't pay off until this year. So.
right. That's a tough way to go.
Yeah, it is.
I know.
You know, I should be retiring soon. That's all I. You know. No.
Mike, how'd you get in acting? Oral sex, right?
It was the casting
I've seen
couch,
your.
I admit.
Yeah.
I fell into it. I understudied on Broadway when I was 12.
Did you?
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah? Yeah, so I did theater.
Right.
I went on once.
And but I mean,
from
you.
New York.
Well, from New York.
But you started
Yeah,
obviously
my
started
parents were-
early.
Yeah, my parents, though, like Dr. Drew says, I think it's very important that you finish high school at least before you pursue.
Your brother's at MIT now,
My
right?
brother's at MIT.
What's he studying?
He's studying ocean engineering. Yeah. So.
School is important.
All
I
right,
still attend
that's-
NYU.
Oh, yeah?
I have a paper due tomorrow.
All right, like that's coming in. Jeff,
It is. I wrote it last night.
you're 24.
What's it on?
Yeah, how y'all doing?
Wait a minute, hold on. How do you go to NYU?
It's on. I do independent
Extension.
study right now.
You fax them.
During the summers I go. Like I went to Florence, Italy, and did a program, Renaissance art.
Stay home and watch
literature.
the
What's your paper
Discovery
on?
Channel,
What's
please.
your paper on?
Listen. What?
What's your
My
paper?
paper's on comparing Tina Turner's biography to Audrey Hepburn's.
Oh, please, that's
I'm
not
doing the lives of
schooling.
women artists.
I wrote an
Hey
essay today
now,
on presidential
something I'm
power.
interested in that has to do with what I.
Oh, stay at home and read Variety, please. That's not any kind of schooling. What kind of
Listen, you.
education is that? You watch the E! Channel, you learn more about those people than
See, you sound
writing
like
a
my
paper.
father. My father's always like, "Why do you go to school? You already got a career." Da, da, da.
Yeah.
I want to learn things, and these are things I'm interested
You
in.
have to go to
so I
school.
want to. Yeah, these are, and
You have to go to school.
it just makes you such a more well-rounded person.
Drew, not everyone studies at school like you did. Most people just go there and smoke pot and, get into fistfights.
And that's
I
part
will
of the
kill myself
education.
if my kids do that.
Jeff, you're 24.
Yeah, first of all, you guys are great.
Neither one of your kids are going to finish the 6th grade. I'm just going out on a limb and saying that.
You would have hung up on
I'll
me if
kill
I was
you if
about
that
on the
happens.
phone.
Well, I have a question. When I was a child, I really don't even remember the age. My parents, who are now divorced, used to do this mock rape type of scenario, and they do it in front of me. And
hold on a second. Give me that, Melissa. You can't sit there and
No,
stare
that's
at a
just- that's just
magazine.
wrong.
His parents were getting raped, and you're reading Entertainment Tonight? Please, have some decorum.
Entertainment Weekly.
And
or whatever
What do you mean
it
a
was.
mock rape? What did you see?
well, I was pretty young, but there's two instances that I really remember. My dad would take her into the bathroom and close the door, and my mom would be screaming my name for help, type of thing, and then giggle and laugh and whatnot. And I'd be sitting there pounding on the door, getting all pissed off at my father.
Screaming your name.
How old were you?
I don't even know. Maybe 7 or 8.
Okay, all right.
At the oldest, I think.
And you think they were having sex in there?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And you knew that's what was happening at the time?
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
How did you know what that was?
Well, 7, 8 years old, you can figure that stuff out.
Yeah, I'd seen them doing it before.
You what?
I'd seen them doing it before.
Okay, that's the problem right there.
Yeah, and it's it's been bugging me for years.
Sure.
This happened more than once?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, but this is this.
But what about other than that? How are they still together?
No.
But this says something about the quality of parents these people were.
Yeah.
No boundaries, intrusive, no empathy for this child. Bad news.
Yeah.
As parents.
They're divorced. My father cheated on my mother for a year, and then they broke up. And she.
Well, maybe that was just mock cheating. We don't know for sure.
And so, what's the question?
Well, I really want to confront my mother with it, and my father to.
Why? What's it going to do for you? It's not going to change who they are. It's not going to change the impact it had on you.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to change your internal emotional world.
All right, but they screwed him up, and they may not be aware of that.
Yeah, no, they're completely oblivious.
It would gratify us to have them confronted,
Nice.
but I'm not sure it would do anything for you.
Let's call them right now. We'll have Clarissa explain the mock rape.
Well,
yeah.
I'm just wondering what I can do then to get this out of my mind. I mean, I'm 20.
I don't know. I think he should confront them.
All right.
And I'm usually dead set against any kind of confrontation because it's always just weird and uncomfortable, and you end up feeling worse. You don't get anything out of it. But in this case, I think it's bugging him, and I think he's got to get it out and give them the opportunity to explain themselves if that's possible.
Yeah.
I think that these are people that displayed severe empathic failure and that his emotional world was impacted by this, and the only way it's going to really be healed is with some professional help and really get through this.
Well, there's going to have to be some of that involved, too. But I think if it's really bothering him, and each time he sees his mom or his dad, it's something that's on the tip of his tongue and something that he's waiting to get out, then I think he should get it out.
Okay.
You don't have to necessarily refer to it as the mock rape incident, but you could just say you guys did some things that were, sort of traumatizing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, why don't you do that?
All right, that's great. That's great. And is there any sort of professional help out there for lower income? I mean, I'm not dead poor, but
there are a lot of prorated organizations out there. Check with any teaching institutions. Very often you get interns. And
Yeah, it's
people
like, you go to the
clinical
barber
training.
college to get a cheap haircut. You go to the shrink college to get some cheap emotional advice, right, Drew? Oh, let me tell you. Don't they have, doesn't health insurance cover some of this stuff?
On a very limited capacity, especially these days. And the HMO coverage is pathetic.
I'm going back to the shrink soon.
You're going to have to pay out of pocket.
Oh, yeah, I know.
For what you need.
I get some sort of don't I get
bulk rate?
Yeah, don't I get some bulk rate?
Possibly
some sort of baggage rate. Please, Drew. You like to think I'm way more screwed up than I actually am. I've been through 5 years of therapy. I'm
funny.
in great shape.
I think
I'm one of the
you like to
sanest
think about it
people.
as you're way
I can't
less
believe how
screwed up than you
stable
actually
you
are.
What's that?
No, I just can't believe how actually sane you are.
Yeah,
as compared
I'm
to
amazingly
What I
sane.
thought from listening over the radio, and
Look at me, I'm all together.
you do have it kind of together. Yeah.
Look at me.
You guys
There's
would
no
make such a
facial
great
expressions
team.
going on whatsoever. You just say things and. No, I'm just kidding.
You can't get too much help. You'll ruin the duo.
Yeah, that's right. I'll come in here and be like, Drew, I'm in touch with what you're saying right now. and I'm not rejecting it,
Eating
and I
tofu.
don't mean this as a put down in any way, but you've damaged my inner child, and my inner child would like to talk to you off the air.
I have a scene tomorrow with my inner child.
Thank you for
Oh, you do?
expressing
Yeah,
that.
my inner child comes out of me and tells me that she wants presents. It's a whole Christmas thing.
That's very funny.
Didn't you turn into didn't you go back and like do a 60s thing last weekend?
Actually, we did. That was a tie-over episode we did with the whole TGIF block. Me and my cat Salem.
Right.
And I traveled throughout the whole TGIF thing with the time ball. My cat swallowed the time ball, and I was trying to get the time ball from him. And every show went back to a different. We went back to the 60s. What'd you go back
We
to?
went to the 70s.
And You Wish went to the 50s. And I don't know about Boy Meets World, but yeah,
Yeah,
that
Sabrina
was
guest starred.
That was fun.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
tried to pick her up.
I'm hip.
Yeah,
it didn't
that's right.
it didn't work.
No.
Hello?
But it would work in real life. I bet. Sabrina.
Uh-huh.
Hey, it's Sabrina.
That's your name?
I'm here.
You're 19.
Cool name.
Yes, I am. Okay. One thing, can I ask Melissa a question real quick?
Yeah.
Hey, do you know, I had the name, it was on the tip of, Greg or
Uh-oh. Why?
Sean Doss?
Yeah, she knows him. Why?
Oh, you do?
No, I'm not.
She might. Why? What's your question?
I don't know.
Because,
She didn't
because I
sleep
went-
with him, if that's what you want to know.
Because I went to this thing for TVI acting
Mm-hmm.
studios, and they said that he was like a really big casting director and whatever, and he like loved me, and he told me to like come out to LA, and he wanted me to like try out for soap operas
Oh.
and stuff, and I didn't know if he was like a totally legitimate guy or not.
No, I don't know. I've met a bunch of casting directors in my time, but
Yeah.
Ask Adam about casting director. He's an expert.
A-holes, all of them. Insecure, power-hungry a-holes.
Yeah.
That's what all casting directors
you have
are.
deep-seated feelings.
I hate them all. I hate casting directors almost as much as I hate publicists.
Wait, why now?
Why?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. All right, hold on a second.
Sorry.
Because
don't gratify his narcissistic needs. the way
they want
he
you to
imagines
they want you
should.
to just perform like a monkey in front of them. Otherwise, they get PO'd.
You're like, have you ever been in a casting session?
Yeah, and they called my agent and complained
No, I
that
mean,
I'm rude.
have you ever been there and
Watched other people?
watched other people come in and because my mother and I.
No,
have
they
a
don't let me
production
do
company.
that.
Well, my
Do
mother
they?
and I have a production company, and like we produce
I do a
Sabrina.
crappy radio show. I don't know. You've mistaken me for somebody.
No, just because I've been on that side. I help cast Sabrina and the movies of the week I do and stuff like that, and it's people are treated like a piece of meat. It's
Right.
like no, she was ugly. No, this one had acne.
Right, and they do that thing where they tell 8 or 10 people, show up at 2.
Yeah.
They have a bunch of people all show up at
And
the
they
same
just make you
time.
wait for like an hour.
And then while everyone's sitting out there waiting, sitting on pins and needles, reading the sides, you guys are in back finishing the potato salad and the sandwiches, yucking it up in no particular hurry. Why? Because they're a bunch of desperate actors. And there's a million more where they came from, so screw them. We'll just treat them like dirt. And
yeah, it's pretty rough, the whole auditioning. So that's why I said to that girl that wanted advice on acting, have patience, because you can go through years and years of just auditioning.
right.
And, or not even getting an agent, not even be able to audition.
And
you know?
it's a degrading, humiliating, abusive. It's really for a guy, I guess what a gynecological exam would be. It'd be about the closest thing. Get up there, spread yourself, and we'll all
That's
take a look.
Lovely visual. Thank you.
And then, but here's the capper is they're such insecure babies, most of these people, that when I give them a little dose of their own medicine, they immediately get on the phone to my agent and say, Adam was abusive.
The casting directors or
Yeah,
actors? Okay. 'cause
the
I was gonna
casting
say,
directors.
Actors are very needy, kind of always wanting attention. Don't you think, Mike?
The
I don't
actors?
know.
Yeah,
the
actors
casting-
are always actors are just always wanting
Yeah, they're
attention.
they're horrible.
Would you address
Everyone.
me as Teen Angel for the rest of the night?
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you.
All right, so we all hate casting directors, right? And publicists. And anyone else involved in the business, right, Drew?
Whatever you say.
All right, let's
business is rough,
take
let's
one
put
more
it that
quick
way.
call.
Please.
Maya.
Maya.
How can that be Maya? Isn't that
Maya, like Mayan civilizations?
Yeah, that's
M-A-Y-A-N.
Just ignore him.
M-A-Y-A. Yeah, you can drop the N.
Well, how do you spell May?
M-A-Y?
All right, then what if you put an A at the end of M-A-Y? What would that? How would you pronounce that?
Maya.
All right. I thought there had to be an I in it. There's no Maya with an I?
No.
No.
What the hell's
Aren't there
wrong
Mayas
with
with
this
a
damn...
J, though? M-A-J-A?
I
Probably.
think
Oh,
so. I
boy.
think I've heard that one.
What is wrong with this language? That's it. I'm moving to Mexico.
Well, that's where you'll hear Maya.
Go ahead.
Well, first of all, I want to say to Melissa, I think you're a beautiful person, and it shows through in your acting.
Thank you.
And Adam, I totally am in love with you. You don't even understand. I first saw you on Loveline.
We don't understand.
No, go ahead. No.
I first saw you on Loveline, and whoa.
Yeah.
I mean, on MTV, and I just think you're the greatest. Same with you, Dr. Drew, but Adam, you're my one and only.
There's a little something extra going on. Even though they dress me like a brain-dead snowboarder who's
bowling
Hey,
instructor.
what's wrong with snowboarder?
Oh, please. I'm 33 years old. I look like I came out of some sort of gotcha catalog or something. It's humiliating. I swear I'm going to get something new this season.
They said they maybe.
No, you know the beauty of TV is Adam has to look like this, and Drew has to look like that, and if they look anywhere close to each other, it's going to get real confusing for the people who are watching. You see, Drew? Because I have to be in like a clown outfit, and you got to be dressed like a lawyer. Otherwise, people are going to get confused.
Yes.
You see?
They'll forget who's who.
Yeah, they won't know.
Yeah, right.
I'll be talking, and they'll go, why is Drew's mouth moving? And nothing's coming out. Wait a minute, who is that? Oh, please. I swear, I'm going to dress like a human being this show instead of that big... All right.
Anyway, she had a crush on you.
I think I saw you on Pictionary once, or...
Oh, yeah.
the same way.
I was on this week. Actually,
Yeah, that's the one I saw.
Right.
Yeah, and you look the same. Oh, wow. I watched that for a while. Okay. Well, my question was for you, actually.
Yeah, it was win, lose, or draw, right?
Yeah. Oh, was it win, lose, or... Okay.
It's Pictionary is what win, lose, or draw was 15 years ago. It's because I'm no Burt Reynolds. That's the only difference.
I was just flipping through, and I saw you, and I just had to stop, so...
Well, thank you.
Well, my question was for you. How come... I remember one girl saying one time that you think that it's just so wrong for younger girls to be with older men. Why is that? Why do you... What's your reasoning really behind that? I mean, I'm not talking like 16-year-olds with like 30-year-olds. I'm talking like, 20.
How old's your boyfriend?
Well, he's 28.
Okay.
We mostly
So he's 10
get
years
concerned.
older.
We mostly get concerned with people who are not yet adults dating adults. That's our biggest concern.
Yeah.
Well, you know...
I don't trust the guys.
Yeah, the
quite
guys are sick or assholes, one or the other, or predators.
Or
that's the problem. It's not the women.
Yeah, or they have some sort of insecurity thing.
They're
pricks. You're right. I don't know what it is, but
But this summer I studied Renaissance literature, and I read Boccaccio's Decameron, and it said that younger men will pretty much like drain you of everything, and older men will give you presents. So there you go.
Go for him.
yeah, but there's nothing wrong with a good draining every once in a while. Is there true? Isn't that healthy?
I don't know. I think 8-year-old, 28-year-old, we'd be like suspect, but we wouldn't be outraged or disturbed about it the way we would be if she were 16 or 15 with a 28-year-old.
Yeah, but even there's a lot of guys out there. They're 31, 32, 34, and they're dating a 19 or 20-year-old. And I think that's pathetic.
That teacher that had the little boy's baby or something. Is that true?
What's this? What?
That teacher, the 34-year-old teacher who was married and had kids and, and had an affair with like her 13-year-old student, and she had his baby. And
I think wait a minute, that was a caller on our show, wasn't it?
Yeah.
No, I mean this is like a big thing in the news.
We had that call.
Well, maybe they were just
maybe they're just reading it and calling it back to us. But I don't mind if the woman's older and the guy's younger.
Oh, that's fine with
me.
you.
Yeah. That's double standard.
Older women give you presents?
Yeah, and young women drained, or at least according to Pistachio, or whoever the hell that was you're reading. Anyway, Melissa, Joan Hart, and Mike Damus. Mike, are you sticking around?
I gotta go.
I have to go, too.
All right, screw both of you.
No, we
I have a bedtime.
We
have day jobs.
And
I guess Dr.
So do I.
Yeah, Drew's got to get up too.
I'm gonna whine too.
That's fine. You're getting paid to be here. ABC Friday nights. Sabrina,
Melissa's
the
getting
teenage
paid to walk
witch.
to the mailbox.
She will soon. And Teen Angel, 8 and 8:30 Friday nights. Don't miss it. Thank you for coming on. I also want to thank Diamond Limo for hauling one of you out here. I'm guessing.
That'd be me.
Mike,
I arrived in the Pinto.
You make it another season, you get the limo. All right, thank you guys for coming on, and